Wounded, she said, "You're not supposed to touch me, human." The alien queen's voice trembled. Smoke curled into the blood-red sky, where shattered airships floated like dying birds. The field below was strewn with the debris of war, broken armor, alien steel, human gear, and silence broken only by the faint crackle of flames and distant screams. Sergeant Darren Holt moved cautiously, his rifle lowered but his senses alert. He hadn't expected to survive the charge, let alone find himself alone in the middle of what had once been the enemy's forward base. He didn't expect to find her, either. A soft sound stopped him, a gasp, barely audible above the wind. He turned sharply, weapon raised, then froze. There, slumped against a half-destroyed column of blackened stone, was a woman. No, not just any woman. Her skin was pale silver, bruised and bloodied. Elegant ceremonial armor cracked across her shoulders, revealing wounds leaking deep violet blood. A torn cloak with royal insignia fluttered weakly around her. Her long hair, once probably brushed and regal, now clung to her face in matted streaks. Darren stared, unable to look away. The alien queen. He'd seen her in a dozen intelligence briefings, always above them, always untouchable, commanding fleets, delivering chilling ultimatums. Cold, calculating. And now she was broken, breathing shallowly. Her right hand pressed tightly to a deep wound on her side, her other arm hanging useless. Her violet eyes flickered open. "Human," she hissed, voice thin with pain. "Stay back." Darren knelt. "I'm not here to hurt you." Her lips trembled. She tried to move, but slumped back with sharp breath. "You shouldn't even be here." He saw her eyes drift down to his hand as he reached for his belt. He removed a med pack, tearing it open. "You're bleeding out," he said. She clenched her jaw. "Do not touch me. Then you'll die." "That's the law," she whispered. "Your touch would desecrate my body." He paused. She was serious. Her kind had strange traditions, ritual purity, caste codes. But Darren had seen enough war to know death didn't care about customs. "Then hate me later," he muttered and moved closer. She flinched. "Don't." But his hands were already at her side. She whimpered. "You're not supposed to touch me, human," she said, and her voice trembled, not from rage, but something else. "Fear? I'm not trying to dishonor you," he said. "I'm trying to keep you alive." She looked away. Her lips trembled as his fingers found the jagged wound. He cleaned the edges as gently as he could. Her breathing grew faster, more shallow. "I've fought in 3 systems," she said, voice drifting. "Seen cities burn, planets fall. But never did I think it would be you, a human, who would be the last thing I saw." "You're not dying," he said firmly. She smiled faintly. "Then why does your touch feel like farewell?" He didn't answer. He worked fast, applying the sealant and pressure bandage. Her armor dug into his arm, ornate and alien. She smelled of ozone and iron and faint sweetness. When he was done, he sat back, watching her chest rise and fall. Her eyes slowly opened again. "You saved me. I tried. No one's supposed to touch me. Even my own generals keep distance. You've broken sacred protocol. They will demand your death if they find you touch me like this." "Let them try," he said. "I'm not their soldier." She stared at him for a long moment. "Then why? Why save you?" "Yes." He hesitated. "Because you're not just a queen right now. You're a person, bleeding, afraid, dying. Doesn't matter what side you're on." She blinked, her lashes wet. "You speak like one who has seen too much." "I've seen enough to know this war has killed more than it's ever justified." The queen's gaze drifted upward to the broken sky. "There were once songs in the stars," she said quietly. "My people believe we descended from light, but the light has faded. He looked at her hands, small, graceful, shaking. What happens now? He asked. I don't know. I'm not supposed to survive the sauna like this. If I return to my court, they may strip my crown. Or kill me. Then don't return, he said. She looked at him, stunned. You suggest I abandon my throne? I suggest you live. They sat in silence. Then a burst of static hit Darren's comm. His unit was searching. They'd probably track him soon. If they found her, they'd kill her on sight. He stood. I can get you out of here, he said. She blinked. What? I've got an evac route. Half-click south. If we go now, we can beat the drones. She struggled to rise, fell, and winced. Darren reached out without thinking. Her fingers closed around his wrist. Don't, she whispered, but didn't let go. I have to, he replied. He pulled her gently upright, draping her arm around his shoulder. Her body trembled against his. They moved slowly, the rubble making every step painful for her. Darren supported her weight, adjusting with every stumble. She made no more protests, just soft breaths of effort and a faint press of her cheek against his shoulder. They slipped into a broken ravine as drone engines passed overhead. Once hidden, they paused. She collapsed against a wall, her chest rising in rapid gasps. I should hate you, she said. I'd understand. But I don't. She looked at him, eyes glassy. You showed me something today no one else ever has. What? Mercy. He looked at her. The regal arrogance was gone. In its place was a tired, frightened woman who had ruled with fire, but was now at the mercy of a stranger from the stars. I don't know what happens next, she said, her voice shaking again. But if I die tonight, at least it will be in the arms of someone who didn't see me as a symbol. You won't die tonight, Darren said. Not while I'm breathing. Their eyes locked. Neither spoke. The Queen's lips parted slightly as if to speak, then stopped. Tell me your name, she whispered. Darren Holt. She repeated it softly, like she was learning the sound of it. Mine is Virila. He nodded. Virila. The moment held, and then movement caught his attention. His comm beeped. Extraction window. 5 minutes. He glanced at her. Can you move again? I will. Together, they limped through the ravine toward the rendezvous point. Every step was agony for her, but she never cried out. She only tightened her grip around him, leaning into his strength. As they approached the clearing, Darren saw the flare of an extraction light. A stealth cruiser hovered above. Hold on, he said. She gritted her teeth. Go. I will catch up. Not a chance. He lifted her. She gasped, not from pain, but from shock. You dare carry me like this? Like royalty, he said. It's only fitting. Her arms wrapped around his neck, instinct or need, he didn't know. She pressed her forehead against his. I was wrong, she whispered. Your touch does not dishonor. It saves. Then the sky opened and light enveloped them. They disappeared together. Later, they would speak again on neutral ground beneath a white sun. She would ask about humanity, about kindness, about defiance. And he would ask about her dreams, the one she thought she'd lost. And every time he reached for her hand, she no longer trembled, because the law had been broken, and so had the walls between them.